Welcome to episode 160. I mean, we even got, mate, I'm fucking dying. I'm not even going to lie. I'm fucked. I don't know how. Well, I do know how. All will become clear in a moment. Episode 163. This is recorded the day after the hashtag live show in Glasgow. And I am rattling. Old Fat Tits Lee sitting there, happy as Larry. You seem all right. You don't seem hungover at all.
Well, I worked through it. You know, I mean, I'm a wee bit more a seasoned professional. I could see it even in the green room. I could see before we started, you get a wee oil on you.
I had a buzz. I
knew it was going to be a great show.
I had a buzz on me at 2 o'clock at kickoff. I had a buzz, and I think by 4:30 I was steaming.
Oh, the Perry's were well, and Misa Ross, and I'll be honest with you, right? I can remember us going for a pint after it. But see, actually, the actual show, I have no idea how the fuck it ended.
No.
But I have to say, for what I can remember, it's been my favourite one to date.
I forgot. I was convinced until I saw video evidence. And here's the most fucked up thing about it. A video which I filmed myself.
That you can't remember then?
I can't remember then.
Beautiful.
To the point where I actually thought someone has hacked my Instagram account and posted this video onto my account without me knowing. Because I didn't even know. I was watching it this morning going, who the fuck was behind the DJ decks filming this? And then realising it's me.
I was going to say, was it you and Misa Ross in the casino? No, just blasted fivers left, right, centre.
We'll talk about it in a minute. I was convinced that Frank Sinatra never went on for a second time. Convinced, like, to the point where I was arguing. Aye.
No, you tell me he didn't, because I thought he did.
No, he did. He did.
Oh, right. You tell me he never.
Exactly. Man, that's what I'm saying.
Refund.
I was convinced to the point where I was having arguments with people that nobody went back on again after 5 o'clock because I didn't even know what was happening.
It's a fucking blur.
Can we just say first of all, I'm going to struggle through this, right? Because I mean, I had to get out of bed. I'm really, and I'm going to say this, and I know why I'm dying, right? I'm dying for two reasons. One, I hardly ever get drunk. But tell you this, see when my missus is drunk, Muggins is looking after her. What do you want? What do you want to eat? Do you want in bed made up? Do you want
you get any sympathy for the women?
Mate, say the day, nothing. Wouldn't even go to the shops for me to get me rolls. I was like, I need a roll and bacon. We've not got any bacon. I went, I know I need you to go to the shop. I can't do that. I went, listen, I'm just telling you, see if I could just get a roll and bacon, I'd feel a lot better. No, I'm not going. Last night came in. I says, I need to eat something. If I don't eat something before I go to my bed, I'm going to be fucked in the morning. There's nothing in. I was like, there must be something in. I says, I'll eat anything. I got a slice of toast. That's one slice of toast. So that's why I'm fucked. And the other reason I'm fucked is everything's coming back.
I'm just glad you're not blaming me, so that's good.
Everything's coming back to me in little bits. Do you remember? And
no.
I can remember. I know this is like, I counted 6. So we had 6 Jaeger bombs each while we were on stage.
You were pouring shit into my.
Well, this is what I was doing, right?
Booze.
We had 2 cups, 2 hashtag mugs on stage, which I kept filling up with Prosecco.
Right.
Throughout the course of the night,
which was absolutely dynamite. I really enjoyed that. That was lovely.
So whenever I saw a cup that was empty, I poured Prosecco into it, right? So before we went on stage, we drank 3 bottles of Prosecco before the show started. During the course,
because ladies like to party, y'all.
Right? Because I'm a fancy boy, I like to fidge. So we had 3 bottles before we went on, and then by the end of the show at 6 o'clock, we'd done another 6 bottles.
How did that happen?
Because we were just, I mean, I don't know, that's 9 bottles of Prosecco.
Well, you and Ross, it wasn't even that. I remember I poured a glass for me, you and Frank had one and all, and a bottle didn't even cover the 40s.
So here's the thing.
Big grey goose glasses we were drinking out at backstage. And it was great, man. Fucking.
So whenever somebody brought up a Jaeger bomb, we drank it. We had 6 Jaeger bombs. But whenever someone
counted 2.
No, we had 6. Whenever somebody brought up a fucking what are they
clear
called?
Water,
whatever it is, right? That stuff.
You were pouring that into my drink, weren't you?
I poured them into the Proseccos.
Aye.
So we were drinking Prosecco.
No, you just poured them into mine. You never poured them into yours.
No, I had one because
I drank a couple just like that. Because I remember as well. This is what I do remember. It was right. First of all, the classic Grand looked after us, right? But the crowd were on. You know, even like we were sitting backstage, and we had like the wee videos playing clips of the show to get everybody G'd up for what's coming ahead. I could hear the laughter in the room, and we hadn't looked out at that point. And I remember, God, I hope it's fucking going to be good. And I've just turned up. And then I looked out at the room and it was just fucking rocking, man.
Aye, but the problem we had, remember, because that fucking antidepressant sound guy.
Oh, no, he was the light guy.
Light
guy came down. And
well, how's it looking?
How's the room looking, mate?
It's all right. I mean...
it's getting there. He goes, there's a few seats empty at the back, but, you know, still filling up. And we just went,
and this is 5 minutes cheers,
to go. Aye, cheers, buzzkill. And then who came down? It was Graham, Bad Santa, came down and just went, it's fucking rammed. It's rocking. We just went, yes, that's what we want. Especially for Santa in February. You want to hear that kind of shit. So we went up, and it was brilliant just being in our... I don't even know if... I think you did. I'm sure you did. You're usually good with that way, but I never actually got a chance to thank everybody for coming because I was just too locked into the party. But thanks so much to everybody that made it. It was fucking brilliant. And you know what as well? There was so many hashtag heroines there. It made my night because it's not just a fucking dick fest. You know, it's not just hundreds of drunk guys. There's hundreds of drunk women there. And then there was like women buying shots and all that. And then that lassie bought us a shot and licked her finger and I just went, you're my kind of bird then. You're my kind of party bird. Beautiful.
Well, that was when I realised I was in danger, when somebody bought us a double Jaeger and we downed it. And then because I had to get a taste out of my mouth, I took a big drink of Prosecco out my mug. But the Prosecco
had shots.
Oh, I had 2 Sambucas in it. So then I had to take a drink out the bottle to try and get that taste out. And then
you were kicking about with a bottle like a fucking big baller.
I just remember sitting in the seat as you were rolling about as a gypsy time traveler with some kind of leather jacket on, and I was just like, what's happened? Once again, this show's got away from us.
Aye. I thought the live show
it's like an eel. Fast. It's like a slippery eel, man. You just can't hold it down.
Aye. There is a start, middle, and end, but you know, we are like focused for the start, and then it just takes on the legs it's in. But what I did think was great, Scott, is all the sort of characters that we'd spoke about. I think we pretty much done them all, and we sort of half stuck to what I can't actually remember much, but I remember we did do a lot of costume changes and we did the characters. And then I've been looking at pictures that people have been posting on their Facebook in the hashtag Heroes group, and some of them have made me laugh today, man. Some of them, and also question what the fuck I'm doing in my life.
I've got to say, we did all the characters we said we were going to do with varied degrees of success.
Aye.
But I do think, personally, when you walked on as that pedo, because I couldn't see you because my back was to you, the reaction that got for the crowd, that'll live with me forever. That was still one. And I've seen a picture about half an hour ago before we started recording, and it's just absolutely... Is that
the one that Wally's posted and I'm standing behind you? Have you seen that one? You're the full schoolboy get, and I'm just like behind you lot.
Let's see if I can get it on the camera. That one.
No, there is a fucking picture of pictures, mate. Oh, mate, No, this is the ultimate picture. I don't even think I fucking see. Oh, I never saved it, did I? Oh,
some of them were.
Here it is. Is it?
No, you need to send it to me. Anyway, I have awoken this morning. You need to send me that. You need to send me that picture.
It's just basically me standing behind you.
When you wet your hair out, honestly, it was horrendous, but it was great.
It was creepy, right? Because I never broke character.
I was
immersed. I creeped myself out.
Pure Daniel Day-Lewis, man. My left foot.
I went method. I went as method as any pedo would go. I never... thankfully, there was no children in the audience, and I don't know where I would have stopped, Scott.
It's like,
I don't know what would have happened.
Remember when Jim Carrey did the Man in the Moon, the Andy Kaufman, and then when he was making the documentary about it, he's like he had to disappear for a couple of months after it.
To sell it.
To just get the demons out of his body, man. That was you. You had to disappear. You didn't want to leave the stage.
You took me off the stage, and I even walked off the stage in character. What the fuck's that all about? I was deep. You had to kind of get me some mad voodoo stuff to bring me back.
Smelling salts. You'd crossed over, man. You'd crossed that dark place.
It was, and do you know what as well? But I think because though, if I was to complain about something, right, it's the fact that we had costumes to change and all that. So I missed a lot of Mr. Ross. I missed Frank.
I missed
Graham. I missed you.
I never heard Ross play once.
I think I interrupted one of his songs. Might have been more, but you know, it was just such a brilliant day, you know. And we might not sound like we enjoyed it because we're both rattling, right? But wow, what a fucking day! And you know what, as well, we're not going to be doing another one for a while to maybe like the end of this year, and that's going to be our 10th, and that is going to be incredible because I think we set a new bar, Scott. I think all the heroes in attendance.
I think we've always, I mean, we can tell the heroes now, but we've kind of been discussing. It just feels like the live shows need a wee change, and we've been talking about this for maybe probably since the last live show. It feels as if it just needs a wee revamp or something. We don't know what that is yet. We think we know.
I think we did start. Last night was the start of the sort of changes, and we went and done the characters for the show, and I think that's really the first time we've actually really took on board the actual characters of the show. Fucking figments of our imagination were on at the gig last night.
So I'm glad that it went the way it did. I think we just need. Well, I know what we need to do, but
we need to get rid of Ross.
To everybody who came along, it was a brilliant night, man. And I had a message this morning when I got up for somebody who had it was his very first ever. I've been listening to the podcast for a couple of years. It's his very first ever live show, and he says I've went to send this message 3 times, and I cannot find the words to explain what I went through yesterday. And he just went there and says, let's just say I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'll be back. And he says, he says, my wife is like, my wife keeps asking me what happened. And he just goes, I don't know what happened. I don't know how to explain it. Because I would love to be there for somebody who has never been to try and to then see them explain it. Because your partner's always going to go, so what was the podcast like? You're like, the what? Do you know what? There's no way to explain what goes on.
That's what we should have gotten away. You know, the interviews, like it's video and folk going like, what did you think of the show? Or can you describe the hashtag show? Or can you describe what you've just watched? And to get everybody's drunken reactions on the way out the door.
Oh, mate. It was great, man. But today I'm suffering, man. My body's is able, but my soul is no willing. Like inside, I'm rattling, man. I feel pure jaked. I've had 2 showers. I've done about 8 shites. I don't know what the hell is going on. And I just can't get.
We were going for a lovely meal and we ended up in Five Guys. What the fuck? Was that my boy's idea?
That was your boy. Osh led the way. He got us at our vulnerable at a weak point.
Because we just ate anything.
It was just like leading 3 frail men through Glasgow. He's pure storming off. Five Guys. I'm like, oh, hang on. With Mr. Ross, like, when do we get to the casino? And then obviously we got to the casino. And then my local league gets a knockback, which was embarrassing.
Can't believe it. In front of my son. You'd think it was my son getting a knockback now.
And then you try to sneak in with your son's provisional license as well. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous, man. As the boy standing there.
I know. And I was doing that drunk thing where like the security guy was right beside me and I was going like, my boy, give your ID.
I know.
Give your ID. No, watch this. And the guy just went, you're not getting in, mate. And then I started getting annoyed at the security guy who was just doing his job. But I just thought, why are you being a prick, mate? But he's doing his job. That's what he's doing. And you were a security guy, so you're probably siding with him going, I wouldn't let him in either, mate.
No, I just stayed away. As soon as you started, because the guy came to the front door, long story short, went in the casino. They were very annoying. They're giving
I was winning everything, they chucked me out. I was fucking betting in black.
This whole bullshit, you need ID to get in. And for some reason, Miles, like the fucking Queen, doesn't carry cash and doesn't carry ID, right? So he's like, do you know who I am? Is there anybody out there? She's like, get
I was in talking box to it a year ago.
James Middleman still doesn't answer my DMs. All that stuff. And the moment, and again, it's a power trip as well because, and I'll tell you this, when me and Ross were in, there was fucking not a soul in that casino. There was no cunt in it. Indeed. So they're outside, just jobs worth. I'm sorry, sir, if you don't have facial identification, there's no way I can let you. We don't know who's coming in. Like, shut up, man.
Aye.
Just fucking let me in.
On hindsight, Scott, but
on hindsight,
the boys out was with a few pints. My son's there. He's 18-year-old. It's maybe not a wise move to take him fucking steaming at a casino. You know, I'm kind of glad of it, man, because I would have been in there betting hard, £10, £5, you know, big money.
Listen, I went in with Ross, who apparently is a seasoned gambler, and even I couldn't understand the rate that he was losing money at. Alarming.
Did he lose that 30 quid wages he got for the gig?
Gone.
Blasted it, aye.
We had
and
20,
loving it.
I took £50 out, right? And I changed £20 out of chips. So first of all, they gave me £5 chips, which was I was annoyed at because I wanted 50 pence. I wanted 50p's. And the guy's like, we don't have 50p chips. He says we get pounds. And I went, I'll take pound chips in. And then we went to play blackjack, and the woman's like, it's a £5 a hand. I said, I don't want to pay a £5 a hand, I want to pay £1 a hand. And she went, well, the table's set at £5. But I'm looking about going,
nobody's here.
There's nobody here. There's 3 blackjack tables. We're the only people playing blackjack. How's that? So surely you could change that to £1. We'll sit here, we'll play 20 hands, give you 20 quid, and we'll leave. She went, the table's set at £5. So I was like, Ross, what do you want to do? He went, I don't really know how to play blackjack. I says, it's 21s, mate. Stick or twist. We know how to play blackjack.
Isn't it?
Right? So, goes down, £5 a pop, right? Bang, bang, bang. Plays a couple of hands.
That's a big high roller.
So I've got...
Did they bring you free drinks and everything? Aye, free steaks a lot while you're in.
Jobs, rubbing your feet. So I'm up 20 quid, right? So I takes the 20 quid to the side, and I've still got £20 left. So now, no matter what happens, I haven't lost any money. And at one point, Ross is sitting there, hundreds of chips. And instead of taking his £20 out and going, no matter what happens, I've no lost any money, he fucking just starts back in, twist, 14. What's 14 plus 7? What's 3 plus 6? Oh, Jesus, fuck. And then, boom, lost all his money. Then went to roulette, put fucking £10 on red, comes in black, put £10 on odd, comes in even, and then lost more money.
That's him living the dream, but that's him, buy, sell.
I tell you something, man. See, I haven't been in a casino in years. And see, I don't remember it being that depressing. That was very, very depressing being in there.
Well, like I said, I'm glad I never got in.
I don't know. Whenever you see a casino in the movies, in Hollywood, and it's all fucking razzmatazz and place your bets, and it's just everybody's like buzzing, and there's fucking prostitutes blowing on dice, and it's just, drinks are flowing. Mate, that doesn't exist in this country. See a casino in Scotland, especially Scotland. It is a deeply, deeply depressing place. It's full of broken people. There's no high rollers in it. 2 old women, and I mean old women, Mal. I'm talking in their 70s.
Up for it.
Sitting behind us with their shopping bags, drinking a coffee at 9:30 at night. Another guy on a roulette table himself. And this is the thing that annoyed me, because I says to Ross, I was like, fucking check this cunt. With a full tracksuit, head to toe in a grey Nike tracksuit, and they're not letting you in. But the fucking local coke dealers in.
I don't think you like to fucking look at my fucking jip.
So it was grim. So Ross had a bit of an anticlimax in tonight because he bought a round in as well. And so he bought a round. God knows what that cost in the casino. And then he lost £30 within a matter of moments.
That was the fucking first, because it's just the 2 yous. I fucking went and bought a round of whatever pubs we went in. And I went, wait a minute, anyone else is fucking buying around here? Was just doing a big fucking high rolling mallet to get out of the cunts drunk tonight? I
mean, let's be honest here. You bought a round in Witherspoons, which consisted of 4 pints. So I imagine you get change back for a tenner.
Did we not have a few?
No, we had one.
Did we not?
We had one. See, this is where I know I was starting to sober up towards the end, because we had one drink, and then all the fucking carry on started with your boy going, let's go to the strippers. And I was like, let's put a pin in that right now. There's no way we're going to strippers on a fucking Sunday night. Forget about it.
Wow, did he mention that?
And then Ross is going,
because I would have been tempted.
You were tempted. And Ross was like, what about the casino? And you're like, take a boy to the strippers. Let's take a boy to the strippers. And I'm sitting going, there's not a fucking chance in hell I am asking my missus to pick me up from a strip club.
For the fucking... Oh, brilliant.
So then we walked into the casino, we went in, and you were up the road. God knows where you two went. You probably went to the strippers.
We went to the station, got up the road. I basically... So my bedroom's pretty much at the back door. I opened the back door.
Oh my God, did you just roll straight into your bedroom?
Straight into a shower. No, I had to get a shower, man. No, that way to just try and kind of get my shit together. I knew I had a shower. And then I just kind of went in my bed. I had a pint. I had a pint of lager from my beer machine.
No.
And then I went in my bed. Aye.
Oh, mate.
And,
that's horrendous, man.
I had a half pint of lager the other day in my lunch, just to try and square us up. And the missus is like, you want to come to the spin class with us tonight? And I said, are you fucking for real? I'll come up and get a sauna or something like that. Maybe crack one off in the changing rooms if there's plenty of old guys, some candy to look at.
Yeah, honestly, I can't even focus on what you're saying because I'm still so hungover, man.
This is going to be probably the worst episode.
This is going to be the worst episode ever. This is one of the worst.
I just wanted to do. I thought just doing this would help us get on with our day, deal with our hangover, and get the fucking adrenaline flowing, and also we can just touch base with each other. You know, I've got a photographer fucking on my case because fucking Frank Sinatra's broke his flash. I've got fucking.
You know what? This is why.
Or employees.
This is why being your see promoting your own shows now. This is why it's horrendous. This is what people don't understand. See, this is what I used to hate. See, I used to run some gigs, and you'll know it yourself when performers or acts start complaining about stuff, and you're like, "What the fuck are you? You've got no idea, man. No. The fucking shit you're dealing with." Do you know what I mean? Mate, see, the day I had to send invoices today, right? And I've got to send a number to make sure that it gets paid. 8 times it took me to send that fucking number. I had to write the number down in massive fucking numbers on an A4 pad to be able to punch it in because I couldn't see it on my screen. I'm like, what is that? 2114 or 2144? She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm going to fucking pass it. I'm going to pass it, man. I've not had a hangover in years.
You do a practice, son. And it's because all the other live shows, you have your 2 gin and tonics and you skip up the road and you leave me and Gary with the fucking carnage.
Because it's not,
I'm not going in this solo. I thought you didn't with me.
There's nothing social about this drinking. I enjoy a social drink. I enjoy a conversation. I enjoy an outlook on life and a drink. Whereas you fuckers are just, because it's free. You just get it on your system. You're like, this is
not free. We have to pay for the drink.
I bet it all comes after.
We will get our bill.
Yeah, it comes after, man. Who cares?
The magic fairies take it off.
Yeah, put it on. Do you remember 3 times and I was like, 1 shot for everybody? I don't know if everybody got shots or no.
No, Ross was shouting fucking shots for every cunt.
Mate, I was like, see that
because that bankrupts you,
man. See the lassie behind the bar that was talking to us in the hallway, but that lassie.
Uh-huh.
I was like to her, like, come here, listen. See when I say 1 shot, I'm serious, right? So get it all queued up at the end of the bar, all right? And she's like, no worries. And then I went, and shot for everybody. So I don't know if they got a shot, aye?
They fucking better know, man, because hey, that's fucking whatever it is, £2 a skull times 200 folk.
But that's a fucking apple
chunk of your wage, mate.
Give them apple sales.
Aye, just give them tap water. They don't know. Tell them it's Zambuca. Spit in it, put some vinegar in the tap of it.
So God knows.
Even though music-wise, I think you cut the decks and the sound was coming for the sound guy at the end of the night. Did you queue up some tracks with the sound guy? Because
for some reason
he come out anywhere for me.
Aye, but for some reason, with all the technology they've got in that venue, they can't plug a fucking iPad into a set of decks. So
he had to lead.
Right, but I mean, what are the fucking chances that a bloody nightclub's not got a fucking 3.5 mil jack cable?
A bloody nightclub? You're getting very upset here, Scott.
I was annoyed because they 2 fucking boys were buzzing about, and I'm like, can somebody first of all get a fucking extension cable up here so I can plug a phone in? I was annoyed.
I was too busy in the mix, and I looked up and I wasn't even playing any music. It was fucking Loch Lomond, and you were dancing about. And I was thinking to myself, I never mixed this into my. Some guy actually messaged me. It's the first hashtag show, and he's just went, "I've never seen you that drunk behind the decks." And I went, "Well, you've also never came at a hashtag show before."
What? Oh my god, I was just sick my mouth here.
Beautiful.
Or he's never been at a 1994 night.
No,
he's never been to any gig. He's never been to any gig. DJing it. If he thinks you're sober behind the decks.
It was great, man. It really was. I just wanted to, obviously, catch up with you, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, record an episode, and just thank everybody for coming and supporting the show and getting behind it and laughing ways.
It was brilliant, man.
Well, there'll be a bit of laughing at us as well, but, you know, especially now when it's, you know, what we were talking about backstage, you know, that walk in the cancel culture and everything. We are flying by the seat of our pants doing that hashtag live show, you know, and it's just great to be in a room with a lot of like-minded folk that know we are having a laugh, you know, and it's no some cunt being offended somewhere. Because we've actually had that. I mean, one of the early shows, somebody was offended. And I thought, what the fuck are you even buying a ticket and coming for?
Well, it took 2 live shows. It took by the 3rd live show for us to get
rid of the audience
that 1 understands what it is, or 2 isn't going to be offended by whatever is done or said in the day.
They were all
because remember the first well, the first 2 were all people who were coming out and like they thought it was a live podcast. Like, they thought they were going to be sitting and listening to three guys do a podcast, and then, you know, it just carnage ensues and it just develops from there. But I'm laughing now because as we're talking, I'm remembering stuff. So see when we came out the casino my missus pulls up, right? And I goes running forward, and Ross is behind me, so opens the door. No, I opened the boot up, and she went, "What are you doing?" And I says, "We need to take Ross up the road." And she was raging. She's like, "What do you mean we need to take Ross home? You never said we're taking Ross home." And then next minute, Ross appears, and he's like, "Hello." And she's like, "Oh, hi, Ross, how you doing?" I'm like, "You fucking kid." So the whole way there, I'm
never
like,
put Ross in the boot, did you? Was it his guitar that went in the boot?
Just a guitar. And then the whole way there, I'm like, as soon as he gets this motor, I'm going to get it in the fucking neck.
But it was kind of on your way, was it?
It was fine because it was nice because she's always my missus is English, so when she was driving through Larkhall, she likes seeing all the Union Jacks. Do you know what I mean? So it was nice. So
she felt at home.
she felt.
I love the Queen up here. I was really like embracing English up here. It's great.
And then Ross is in the casino getting it. "Oh, Scott, I mean, it's just a bad place, man. I think I'm going to need to leave the wife, and I'm just going to travel about in the caravan." And just I'm like, I'm kidding on, man.
I see Ross, right? You used to be the glue of the show. Ross is the glue of the show now.
Oh, because you do you know what? You're a victim of your own fucking making. Because you have been on at me for fucking years. "You never have a drink, Gibbo. You never do nothing." And then now, when I have a drink and I don't give a fuck, it's all, "Oh, you're not even the glue anymore. You don't even care. You don't even care what happens." I'm like, "I can't win with you. I fucking can't win."
I think it's great because now Ross is the El Capitano, and he's kind of like, I was looking at some videos where he's laughing, but I think at the same time he'd quite willingly punch me and you square in the face because we're getting in the way of him playing his songs for his people.
That yesterday was not as bad as it's been. It's been worse on some times.
Has it?
Oh, you have been far worse in the past.
Have I?
The worst one when you had to get led away. That was the worst one.
Aye, that one. Aye,
because that was the one when
you
took the guitar off Ross. You were trying to play a song. You were jumping in front of Ross to stop him playing. That was the worst you've ever been. That one.
I seen a video the other day where I was actually putting my horns. We were dressed as hillbillies, and I was putting my horns on the strings of his guitar, telling him to shut the fuck up. I don't know what was trying to, what was going on.
I can't remember. No, hillbillies.
I somebody's video. I'm shouting, "Play Cotton Eye Joe" to the sound guy, and then Ross played Cotton Eye Joe on the guitar. Pay Ross, man. He puts up with a lot. For that £30 he walks away with.
What do you mean,
he
30?
really does. Was it $3.30? He really does work hard for his money.
He puts you. I mean, £5 an hour's all right, and he's not going to get out elsewhere.
I mean, that's good wages. I mean, it's what is it? National. What's the fucking
living wage?
Living wage. We gave him the living wage.
And I know people think the living wage is a tenner, but he lives in Larkhall, so the living wage is a £5.
Exactly. And the drink that he drinks, we give him that at cost. So, you know, he has a great day.
6 cans of woodpecker and then £5 an hour. He's happy as Larry.
I know. And then obviously we opened that Five Guys meal after it as well, you know. So we showed him a good time.
I'm trying to find some questions because we obviously never got to ask.
The fridge one was a fucking belter.
The fridge was a belter. That was just Stephen Harry Wilson. That was, have you ever been in anyone else's house and realised they've got the same fridge as you? And you're like, no. Think how many... We asked
loads of folk in the crowd, didn't we? You were going, what kind of fridge you got? And nobody had the same one.
Think how many houses you've been in over the years, and you've never... I've not even... Forget making... I've never even seen my own fridge in anybody else's house. Ever.
It's really a conundrum.
I'm going to go one further than that. See, every fridge I've ever had, not only have I never seen it in anyone else's house, I've never seen it in a shop.
But you bought it at a shop.
I know, but I've never gone back into a shop a year later and went, "That's my fridge." Never.
Like I was trying to say last night, I have never had the same. But I did have a Smeg fridge once.
Right.
And solely because that's like the big old American fridges, then they all look the same then. Apart from that one fridge, it's the only fridge that I've
that Smeg one that you had in Paisley.
Paisley, aye. And that was it was left there when I got it. When I moved out my house, I just left it. It was too heavy to move.
You're funny.
Right, so is there any questions? Here's the thing that we never did.
There was questions
or maybe we did and I can't remember. We never did the hashtag Olympics against the scum versus the hero. because we had so many games of that programmed out, which we ran out of time today.
Aye. Again, this is the other thing. When we sit about maybe a month before the show and we panic that we're not going to be able to fill 4 hours, and then what happens is we do a running order, and then on the day we don't even have time to do everything on the running order.
We can't fit it on.
We could that show could have ran 8 o'clock easily.
Oh, of course. I mean, it actually annoys me how we cut off when we do, because I think we could have went longer with the DJ set.
Well, can I just say this as well? And I'm not advocating a move to a different venue, but that's the first time that the sound guys have cut the show off.
Did they cut the show?
They cut it, no us. They cut it. That's the first time.
I'm sure you were telling them to play Local Omand or something.
Mm-hmm. That's the first time that the venues cut us out. I went, that's you.
Aye, we're up the road. Use boys if enough.
Normally, it's just a kind of, it kind of, fizzles out, and we kind of slow it down and then do a wee bit, and then we kind of end it. But that's the first time that the venues went, right, that's it, done.
To be fair, it was a new sound guy, so he's probably sticking with the rule book.
You need to learn quick. You need to learn quick, or that'll be his last.
We never did the hashtag Olympics. We'll keep that for another one. And also, I have no recollection of the tombola being used or how the fuck we actually got a winner picked. How did that come about? Can you remember?
We used the tombola, aye.
Never even fucking seen that. Where was that?
Rolling about the floor.
Beautiful. I've seen pictures of me and you, right? And know that way when somebody looks drunk, just their face muscles are relaxed.
I think we actually had to draw it twice. I think the first one, nobody claimed it. Nobody claimed the ticket, and I says we're going to go again, and then we drew it again, and then it was a council scumbag that won it, which is shocking. And I think the Heroes are raging. I
think probably in hindsight we should have just gave Heroes a pass. And listen to this: see the boy that won it. Somebody offered him 500 quid, and he said no. 500 quid for a ticket. Aye.
Wow.
I've had a couple of messages about that already.
Oft. Did he not say something like it's going to be in his grand's house?
In his grand's house. So I've emailed him, just went, listen, let us know.
His poor grand's going to be fucking killing over a heart attack.
Aye. But maybe, hopefully, well, listen, congratulations to the winner. I'm sure I've got his name somewhere. Let me see if I've got his name in an email. I'm sure I have.
Can I just apologise for this episode, because this is an awful.
I mean, listen, you're dealing with the boys fucking hungover.
And I am, honest to God, I didn't even want to record this. I'm no well. I'm dying. I'm also waiting for my missus to get home, so I'm waiting for that garage door to reveal itself at any moment. I think the boy's name is Gary. Right? I've still got some questions here from
Gary Mulligan. Congratulations, mate. You won fair and square. It's a raffle. There's no cheating there. And luckily, he's Glasgow based, so there's no that far to go. And I sent him the email saying, let's sort a fucking date out. So we'll have that for a special episode. And maybe, I don't know, maybe Gary will have a mate that's got a man cave or something like that, and we can date there rather than coming and wrecking his grand's house, because that's no fair.
But then we don't
Look at the fucking wash basket behind me.
His gran might live in a fucking big country manor. His gran might be the biggest hashtag fan on the planet. His gran might be an old racist. And she loves the show.
What doubt?
Maybe we get the gran on. Interview her. Right, questions. These are some questions that were left over yesterday.
Leftover Christmas dinner.
I know. Leftover hashtag questions. First one.
See, before you get into the question.
Oh, what? You're going to stop cutting me off, because I'm going to fucking vomit in a minute.
I know, sorry, mate. I think I could just go solo into the pedo show.
I think
all I need to do is walk about.
I'm glad the pedo went well, because I want to write a couple of sketches for it, and I think we need to film. I think we need to film that. I think we need to film some sketches with the pedo, and I think we need to do like a mockumentary.
But the only thing about the pedo thing is it's textbook. If you shut your eyes, it's that is the textbook pedo. And there is a few people who do that kind of textbook pedo look, which it wasn't even until after it I thought to myself, fuck, that is creepy looking, but there's a few pedos out there a lot like
that. It's funny, but
right,
it's funny. Anyway,
I know you say that, but it was all method. It was all like mime.
All method. Charlie, the old school raver. Jesus Christ, man. The best thing you could have done with that is just when you took forever to get to the mic, you should have just went, it doesn't matter, and then just turned and walked away again.
Aye.
It was that awkward.
That's what Francis actually said. That's no better. But that was the joke. that was a joke for me. The joke was this all cunt try to get to the mic.
I know, but then you don't have an out. You don't have any way of ending it.
I had a couple of props that I forgot about.
Brilliant.
Anyway, so hey, listen. I'm not the comedian by any stretch of imagination, and neither are you, Scott. So,
right, questions ready? 2 questions that I can remember. Ugliest body part. What is, in your opinion, the ugliest body part?
On me personally, or just in anybody?
Let's say on a man and on a woman. What is the ugliest body part?
Straight off the bat, you're fucking meeting 2 veg, man. It's
got to be the
handsome at all.
It's got to be the genitals on both.
The genitals,
male
genitalia is fucking horrible. No, I like a woman's genitalia.
No,
I've not got a problem with that.
Some of them, not all
ones
of them.
that look as if they've had a kicking. Don't do it for me.
What? There's ones that look like they've had an extension built on it. There's like fucking 2 fannies mashed in together. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some bobbies out there. If you saw it, you'd be like, "No, my God, what a cock on him! An absolute belter."
I've never seen a handsome penis in my life. And I've looked at a few, games of fives and all that.
I've seen some fanny, and you've thought, "What the fuck has happened here?"
A lot of stuff.
Where are you involved
in
a small but contained house fire? Or is there like some trying to get it? And then you'll see something like that. That's just delightful. Chef's.
But you get the ones that look as if, like the fucking mud flaps have fell down, or a set of curtains just kind of fell out the door.
And then
it's like a seatbelt. You ever seen like a seatbelt out the side of a motor? It's just like a couple of them hanging out the bottom of it. They ones, and but then again, there might be some guys that's their kink and they like that look. That kind of
that's why there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody.
When I was young, I used to see this lassie, and she had in her head, she had one. I don't even know what they're called. Vaginal lip bigger than the other, and right. I never once even went to myself, she's a lovely lassie, but she's got one lip. I never even thought about that. But she had it in her head that she was going to get it fixed and all that.
Well, you can get corrective surgery for that.
Well, why is it? It's not as if you walk about in your shit when you're, No,
but you might get.
I just got a text message for the fucking photographer guy.
Oh Christ!
Pictures are great. It wasn't a hard shift. You were on the floor for most of it.
Do you know what? I don't know who this photographer is, but I'm not impressed by him. His attitude was stinking.
I want to see his photographs.
And I hope he listens to this because I wasn't happy.
How did you even see him? I see him at the
corner. Saw him at the start, and I was like, I'm not really, You're working here, mate.
He's a videographer. He's not really a photographer. But let's see what happens.
I think you might need to get something done with your fanny if, for example, you had one big lip, right? So let's just say you got a pair of pants on or a bikini bottom, and no matter what you do, there's always one fucking lip hanging out.
I just tucked it to the other side.
Aye.
Let that fucking Bubba Shrimp out of fucking...
you might need to pin it back.
Bubba Shrimp.
Somebody's like...
I love shrimp.
Listen, then, there's something stuck to the back of your leg. That's my big fanny lip. You might need to get that cut out.
Forrest Gump's, mate. Bubba Shrimp. Just fucking try to get out the bottom of your bikini. I love shrimp. Bubba Shrimp, mate.
I don't know why you're trying to sneak a prawn in the gusset your fucking boxers are in, but it's my massive lip. Get that.
Some cunt's top lip fell off and you coated in the bottom of your bikinis.
Tell you what, you don't need to go to Hollywood to get all that corrective surgery. Get it on your grand's kitchen counter. 2 ice cubes and a Stanley knife. I'll sort that right out for you. Weak it right off.
Get us a good knife. Get us a good big sharp
one. Get that electric one that I used for the fucking Sunday roast. Ice or fanny.
That's what it looks like. Somebody's already trying to attempt to trim it with a fucking bread cutter. But no, listen, it's not a one-sided thing.
No.
Women, and there's no women out there. Maybe there's guys, but I genuinely believe that isn't there a woman out there that can go like that. Oh, he had some cock on him. It was beautiful. I don't think there's that conversation.
Wow, I guarantee you there are thousands of women out there who've had that conversation.
I must live a sheltered life.
Maybe you just got a really ugly bobby.
I have, but the older I get, mine's honestly, I say this as a joke, but I'm being genuine. Some mornings I get up and it looks like Gonzo out the Muppet Show. You know that wee kind of bent beak and a wee fucking hairy sack? It's disgusting, man. And I just go to myself, I'm a grower, I'm not sure, right? And thankfully I've got a good 2 hands and a head on us, right? You know, what's that? What's that?
That's about 4 inch.
You know, when I'm holding mine,
it's not impressive. It's just that you're average. It's like that.
Aye, exactly. It's like a fucking courgette.
One of you on the big salamis you get in the
exactly.
bellies, you know.
So, but I know there is nothing. You know, I can admire the female form. I really do admire the curves of a beautiful lady. But I know for a fact, unless you're a 6-pack guy, women don't really like a guy.
Well, this is how I get annoyed.
Your Bobby's not ticking any boxes.
I mean, I don't get annoyed because I'm new at the stage as well where I don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? Not to the extent where I'm not going to look after myself, but all this stuff that women are saying about, it's all about dad bods. You don't want a 6-pack anymore. You want a dad bod. Have I got a dad bod? Aye, probably.
Thanks, Scott.
Do you know what I mean?
What's that? A wee pair of tits, a wee belly?
A wee belly, just something, you know, just a good laugh. A cuddler, you know, but then the reality is they're not talking shit. Good laugh. All I'm looking for is a guy who's a good laugh, a wee bit of meat on him, a cuddler, somebody I can sit in the sofa with, and somebody's he'll fucking rattle my back. That's all they want.
He cares about me in the bedroom as well as himself.
Aye, somebody who once he finishes on my face gets me a towel after, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who's always there for me.
No, some guy just uses his sock, pulls it right off his ceiling. You know, you want a real man. Somebody who's got a wee tissue in his robe. Or maybe a pack of wet wipes at the side of the bed. A thoughtful man.
That's it. We pack a 29 wet wipes at Aldi.
So
clean yourself up.
the man's Bobby, right? And for me, for a woman, what's a horrible thing?
A bust fanny, but also see. No, but I have said this.
I can't think of any. No, I bust fanny. Right,
fucking horrendous bust fanny. See if you could. I also hate outy belly buttons on men and women.
I've not really gave it much thought, but I hate belly buttons in general, even touching them or thinking about them.
Is it an outie or an innie?
I think it's an innie.
What do you mean you think it's an innie? You know it is, isn't it?
I don't actually know.
Well, lift your fucking jumper up and find out.
That's an innie.
Right, it's an innie, right?
It's got a hole.
Aye. Put your wee finger in like, right, a wee charge off it, wee smelling salts. Right? That's how you become a pedo.
I know.
So I think an outie belly button is horrendous on a man or a woman, on anybody. It freaks me out. It's horrible.
I just think belly buttons in general are fucking... There you go, get that in the bin. Belly buttons.
See old woman's hands? Like, the thing is, a woman can do anything like creams and serums and fucking, you know, witchcraft. Make her skin look young and never have sugar so she doesn't age. But no matter what, they cannot stop their hands.
Wait, sorry, what? Never have sugar so they don't age?
Do you know, have you never seen that woman? She was like on British television for maybe like, there was a time, maybe 3 years ago, where she did the rounds on all the talk shows and all the morning shows. It's an Australian woman who I think is 82, 83, and she looks as if she's 40.
Wow. She's still a girl.
She's never had sugar in her life. That's what they put it down to. She's never had sugar. But mate, she's a mad hippie that lives in the outback. Do you know what I mean? With fucking, what is it? Pat, what's the fucking shit they used to smoke?
Napa.
Fuck, but that's a thing. Yeah, so she says she's never had sugar, right? So they think that's why her
fucking idiots that used to put bull sperm on their face because
they're still out there, mate. They're still out there.
Right, but that's
getting chased by bulls, mate. Getting chased by bulls. What I'm saying is, Mal, see if you put bull spunk in your face and injected your fucking collagen, there's nothing you can do with your hands. Your hands will still be wee old woman's hands.
Rub it out your hands.
No, mate.
I don't like that. See, when you get older and the women and that, and guys and all, they get the wee lines. The all line, you know, it's like for their chin to their throat, and it's just like this wee gillet thing that you kind of think, I just want to pull that. I don't like that. But no, the cock and balls and belly buttons. There you go. Next question.
The balls, see, I'm worried about the balls being...
Dragging?
No, see, like, apparently when you get older, they just fucking, like, they're elastic. They're just
right down to the knees,
Aye. Like, why?
Well, mine's are like you go for a hot shower or whatever, all of a sudden they're swinging low, and you're going, "Fuck, is this the start of it?"
I remember once being in the David Lloyd when I was young, maybe 15.
Saunas with old men,
and this old guy walking through changing rooms, and I was just like, "Fucking what?" Usual flip flops, no clays on, just no fucking loving, like no, and just these. I mean, his nuts were massive, man, like proper coconuts. Just these big fucking, but the tiniest wee cock I've ever seen in my life. Like that, his cock was about that size.
There's like a wee WhatsApp popping through the hair.
Fucking massive nuts, pure swinging. And I'm like, what?
There's
something wrong with him.
I used to go to this sauna every Friday. This is years and years ago.
Yeah, you did.
And, you know, it was a good mixture of clean-loving men who just liked a bit of banter. And I always remember there was this old guy who used to come in and he would 9 times out of 10 he'd sit behind me, and I swear to God I was just waiting in his ball sack to drip over my shoulder. He'd sit on the bench above you and his actual ball sack would drip down off the bench and just be dangling there, you know. And it's the same guy who he would clean his toenails with a fucking penknife and then eat oranges and apples with the same knife. And then go, what about me, man? You're like, is this code talk for I'm out here?
Hold on. See, here we go again. Because I'm fucking steaming, I'm not processing this properly. Who the fuck is taking an orange to a sauna?
That was a kind of thing.
Where are you? What are you doing?
This was
what are you talking about?
Auckland Harvey.
What are you talking about?
In a sauna.
Who's going to a sauna with an orange?
I'm saying, used to go to a sauna years ago. And an old guy used to come every Friday.
And he would
sit behind me and he would bring fruit and eat fruit, but he would
shut up.
He would eat it with a penknife he'd just cleaned his nails with.
Mal, this isn't real. This is the real life. There's nobody going to a man's sauna and bringing a bag of oranges.
Scott, you never grew up in the Shire. I've seen things. I have seen things, son. I've seen things. You'd put it down to a comedy sketch. You'd put it down to a film. I've lived it.
I don't like saunas, right? I don't like the heat. I don't like heat.
I'm going for one tonight.
Now, see if I went for a sauna and there was a man sitting directly behind me. First of all, I'd fucking kick off. I'd do that fucking move, cunt, sitting behind me and then eating an orange.
Then going, that's insane. Man. I remember the first time I was in a sauna.
My shoulder, mate.
I was in Europe somewhere.
On my shoulder.
Hey, wait here, listen, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I was in. Hey, come closer, right? Come closer.
Hey, come on, tell us.
I was in Europe, Switzerland or France, somewhere, and we went and it was one of the ones where you could run out into the snow. It was like a real fucking full-on sauna,
right?
And we went in, and these women came in, bollock naked, right? Bollock naked, like hot as fuck, beautiful, beautiful women, right? So I'm early 20s, and then I just went.
What country is this?
I think it was something Europe somewhere. I think it might have been Switzerland or something.
Come on, look.
Started getting a bit. They were just sitting talking. Oh, hi, are you from Scotland? Yeah, it's great. Beautiful bosoms.
Beautiful
flowers.
Can I just say, madam? Can I just say, what an absolute cracking pair of bosoms you got. I hope you enjoy it. Would you like an orange? Madam?
And as I'm peeling my orange, I'm just like, fantastic bosoms here.
Like, that's what we do in Scotland. Crazy Scottish guys. I've got a pear, I've got a pineapple, I've got a kumquat. All the accoutrements.
You play your cards right, you get my plum in your mouth.
Can interest you in a plum? Just goes very quiet. What's that there? Judge my cock ring. You see, I always wear that in the sauna. You know, just because the heat and everything expands.
So there was 2 of them. I'm sure it was 2 or maybe 3, but it was 2 of them.
Is this a film you're watching?
Fucking 6 of us. And I was in there sweltering. I wasn't moving. I was just in there like, for Scotland, stealing these spots. And then we went out and we're like, right, we need to get the gear off now. They're sitting with the gear off. Shite bag. And we all took our swim trunks off.
So hold on, you've gone out the sauna and got naked and then gone back in again?
No,
that's creepy. That's creepy.
That is creepy. First of all, we're in there.
And you just sit in the wee bench, try to slink your wee speedos off and
sitting in with the boys now, just got the fucking shorts on. Then they've walked in, we're all jokey, laugh, boys. They've walked in, belting naked, and then it just went silence. I am from Scotland. Are you here on holiday?
Why are you even talking to them?
I'm just me trying to get the vibe. Anyway,
honestly,
then we went out and then we all took our shorts off.
Why don't you take your trunks off? Where am I going to keep my oranges, mate, if I take my fucking trunks off, you mad cunt? Eh?
I've got an apple here and a penknife in this pocket. Where the fuck do you want me to put them?
What one do you want first? Because you're getting better for them.
So, but that was the key thing about it. We went out, all out, and we're all huddled up. We need to fucking get a gear off because they've got a gear off. Shite bags if you don't.
Get your clothes off and get semi up and then fucking get back in there. Right? And see you're struggling. Put your fucking
boss before you get back in.
Put your boss against the coals. Don't embarrass me. Slap that about a bit.
So we walked back in with the towels round his, with the trunks off.
Weird. This is so
let me
weird.
tell you this, and I remember sitting, and we're all looking about, and then I can't even remember who it was. One of the boys has just like opened the towel up, just let the fucking boy unfold, sitting there like that, like, hello there. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I was hoping it would just be like a mass pump fest.
Oh, fuck's sake.
In my mind, I'm going, yes, I've always dreamed of this. I've seen it in films. It could be a reality. And then I remember I just couldn't I couldn't get my boy out. And then just thinking to myself, this isn't right.
No, it's uncomfortable.
I went up to my room, the hammer one out.
I went up to the room, I turned all the radiators up to 10, and I fucking smoke boxed it right out of that bathroom, man.
I stood up in that sauna, right, and I blew my load of oily hot coal in those latter. I looked her clean in the eye and I said, yeah, that's a fucking sauna Scottish style hen. Yeah, like that smell.
Punked right up the wall of that sauna. And then mopped it up with my lungs. And I was like, what?
I was like, pick out the hottest coal and I'll slap my belly and done it 3 times. I'm not even flinch.
I'm going to count to 3. And when I say Geronimo, I want you to stick one of the coals right up my sphincter. Geronimo! See, when I'm just about to come, I want you to get a half an hour. Just as I'm about to come, I want you to get these 2 half oranges and mash it right into my belly. Right? I want you to juice it on my bobby when I'm coming out of spunk. Okay? This is not how we do sauna back in Sweden. Oh, you're not in Sweden now, then. And then come Malvik.
And it was one of the ones where you ran into the snow. And everybody's fucking rolling about. Because it was like, apparently that's the thing you do to invigorate yourself or whatever. Running about in the fucking snow and the naked man. And I was like, there's no chance I'm getting this fucking wallop of mine called, because I'll have no chance with any cunt.
That I'm going to be invigorated after this. You got another thing coming.
Get back in with just a wee afro of pubes and this wee fucking belly end hanging out the front of it.
I'm so invigorated, my cock's falling off.
Boy, it's snippy out there, girls.
And then I'd stay in here then. You can fucking cut glass in your nipples.
I can tell how you're called because you're a wee perky nipples. Well, you can tell I'm called because my cock disappeared.
My wee perky cock.
It's hidden behind the hair and it's not coming out of our name day.
The wee curious mouse is in his house. Fuck's sake, man.
Aye. So
I can't imagine
belly buttons and belly ends.
See if you see it in a porno, like people shagging in a sauna. Obviously, the sauna's off. I couldn't imagine anything worse.
The heat, your heat would explode.
Oh my god, man, it'd be sweating.
It'd slide right in there, but wouldn't you? It'd be just all juiced up, ready.
You're greased up, man. Like that. Just roll about on top of me. Oh, I feel awful. I feel genuinely awful.
Oh, man, you got to have a wee laugh now. So, what else questions with Valentine's?
The other question I can remember is bath or shower.
I used to be a bath man, but now I'm shower every minute of the day, 2 a day, just about, man. Fucking love them.
I think it depends on how good your shower is. I think if you've got a good shower.
Aye.
And I've been lucky in my last 2 houses. I've had amazing showers. I've not been a bath man for a long time. I don't like lying in my muck. If I'm if I go for a bath, mate, right? It's only really if I'm sore or if I need to let soak my bones. But I'll have a shower first and then go for the bath.
Or a shower after your bath?
No, before, because I don't like sitting in your own stew. But see this house that I'm in now, mate, it's got a jacuzzi bath. And it's the first time I've ever had a jacuzzi bath. And I was doubtful of it. I thought it's going to be pish. And see, the first time I tried it, mate, I was in there for nearly an hour. It's amazing.
So you now might be converted to being a bath man?
Only if it's a jacuzzi bath, if I can turn the bubbles on.
Right.
And
you squat, get one of the bubbles right underneath your sphincter and get it just right up.
Sadly, it's just at the side of the baths, but it still bubbles away, man. It's good. It's quality. But I'm a shower.
Every now and again, you get a call and you go, I need a bath. I just want to steep in a bath, like you're saying, like,
if you got relax or whatever. Or something like that. But I think nowadays most people will be showers.
Right. It's the hassle, the rigmarole.
It's running a
putting a bath, waiting on it, getting the water hot and fucking
too much water in it, having to let water out. The water's too hot, and then sitting in it as it gets cold. Then you go in this cold water, and then you stand up and it's just like fucking soup.
Aye. No, I'm not a bath guy. I'm a shower guy. And it has to be a right fucking blaster.
I've had a couple of showers that I've been like, just, pressure's off and it just kind of like, just spits water.
Oh, horrible. There's nothing worse than having a really bad hangover after a gig, and you go in and you try to walk the shower and then it's just a dribble. Aye. And you're in there like the crying game trying to get a fucking
you're just getting
a shower, man.
The first flat I had in Edinburgh was like that, and I didn't realise how bad the shower was until we moved to our second flat, and the shower in there was unreal, man. Like, take a layer of skin off you. In fact, the first time I had a shower in the new flat, I was like, it's the first time I felt clean for about 2 years. It was unreal, man. And now this one, the pressure isn't as good as the old flat, but it's still a good shower, but it's roasting, man. It's boiling hot. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's half the battle.
I'm
not going to lie to you. I've been that.
Get up as high as it'll go. I'm like, yes.
Take the skin off me.
I come out like a lobster, man. I'm like,
I've been that fucking rattling in showers, hotel showers, and no sussed out how to work the fucking shower taps.
Mate, see, one of the worst hangovers I had when I was doing South gigging, I was in the shower the next morning, right, trying to fucking sober up. And I think I could see, because I was so steamy, I didn't know what I was doing. And I turned left to walk out the shower when I should have turned right. And I just took one big fucking step forward right into the glass partition that separated the shower off. And I hit my nose, my teeth. And then I just stood underneath the water and I had fucking blood teeming down my chest. And I was like, in the name of fucking God, man. So I just stood until it stopped bleeding. Turned the shower off and then let pure edge away out and just went fucking straight back out of bed again. See, being hungover and then fucking getting rattled right in the face, man. Like, that was the worst. That was one of the worst.
You don't need.
Oh, mate, I was so fucking rough that day.
Yeah, the days are behind you. You've got a hangover now.
The woman came and she's like, housekeeping? And I went, listen, I need you to change your bed. I says, it's all wet. I was like, but I lay on it when I was wet. I'm really sorry. She went, it's okay. I says, look, I'm not even dressed in that. I said, I'm just going to sit in the bathroom. Can you just change the bed? Just leave towels. That's all I need. And I just sat on the toilet, just like this, man. Like,
try to pull one off.
Oh, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, can you just describe your feet to me, head? That's all I need.
Is it wee black brogues you're wearing now? Or tights, or...
No, but see that way, I'm like, how long is it taking to? I thought she'd just like change the bed. She was in there for ages, man. I'm like, you don't need to hoover. You don't need to hoover. Just get out. I was like, get me back out of my bed, man. It's fucked.
I've been caught by the room service, full spark out it, like lying in the corner of the bed with a deposit, and they've just walked in. Oh my God! And that's what wakes you up. I've never seen anything so big as things like that. And you go, what? All right.
Why is it that colour?
Oh, man, I don't really like penises, but that's the most beautiful penis I've ever seen in my life.
That man's got a fanny.
That man's got an arm growing out between his legs.
Why don't they? I never understand why it's like when they're shocked. They must see all sorts. And also, see if you're walking into somebody's bedroom, I'd be less shocked by a naked man lying on a bed in his bedroom. I wouldn't be shocked by that. I'm like, that's exactly what you should be.
I know.
If I came out in the dining room and you're lying on the table, your balls out, I'd be like, this is unreasonable.
I hate. Here's my pet hate. We never done that room 101 as well last night, which would have been good. But I hate is the hotel chambermaid or whatever you call them who decide to hoover at 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning. When you have had your Saturday night and you've paid for a long Sunday lie-in, but no, she's hoovering right outside your door. I have lost my shit with shit like that, by the way. Lost it. I'm not an angry guy, but I've got angry at the folk.
Even when you get like a late check, I've done it before where I've came into a hotel on a Saturday night, fucked, like getting maybe like 4 in the morning.
2 gin and tonics later, just lap.
Oh, mate. And I mean, and I've spaced the gin and tonic suit as well, so I don't know how it's that bad. And just said to the guy at reception as I come in, I need the room for an extra day, so just charge me. Because there's no way I'm getting out here at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not happening. If you go in at a hotel at 4, steaming, there's no way in hell that you are getting up and getting yourself together for a 10 o'clock checkout. It isn't happening. So I've just went, charge me for another night.
When you're a man, you're a man as well travelled as I. You should have known as soon as you check in. No, at check in, no messing about, no going to the room. At check in, before you're really taking that key, you're going, what time's checkout? And they'll go,
done that
10, 11, and you go, I would like it to be extended to 1 o'clock, please. Can't do that, sir. Latest will do you 12 or 1 o'clock's no problem.
That.
Then you take your key, then you're off.
Don't know that, mate. This is the way the conversation went. What time's checkout? 10 a.m. I went, 10 a.m. Yes, sir, 10 a.m. I says, that's very early for a checkout. I says, usually it's 12 or 1. The times did change, so it's 10 a.m. And I went, can we extend that to 12 or 1, like the normal checkout time? And there was a fee, say it was 20 quid, right? So I went, I'm not paying that, and left it. And then see when I came in that night, I says, how much is it for an extra day? And it was 40. I went, well, it was only an extra 20 on top of the late checkout. I said, just give me the day.
I've got an extra day.
And then I left about like 4 in the afternoon or something and get home.
Just porn.
But also, you're like, that's what I hate about some hotels when you go, like, in they'll say breakfast is from 6. Like, who's having breakfast at 6?
Who gets up at that time?
Nobody.
I know.
6 till 9.
Breakfast there'll be some fucking Alan Partridge fucking guy away at the office kind of guy.
But breakfast should be for 60 whenever the fuck I want it.
60 fucking. No, it should be. Your breakfast should run. So you're getting checked out. Whether you like it or not, you're getting popped out at 12. Breakfast should run from fucking 6 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. So when you're popped out at 12, you then get your breakfast and then you fuck off.
Yes. Sit in there, stuff my face for an hour.
Aye. And it should be a good, solid, fucking big fry breakfast that sorts you out to 5 in the afternoon.
And I'll also tell you this, see if I get any fucking snash at check-in, I am battering that buffet breakfast. I'm bringing a fucking Tupperware box down with a bag, and I'm taking croissants, pastries, everything's coming with me.
I hate the European breakfast. I mean, here's another thing. I think you're a special type of pervert if you're going to a hotel and having a bowl of cereal and a bit of fucking fruit in the morning.
Mate,
what fucking train did you get off? I
remember once doing a gig, and there's 3 of us sitting having breakfast. And one of them went away and came back with a bowl of porridge, and the other guy says to him, "What the fuck are you doing?" He went, "I'm having breakfast." He went, "That's not breakfast." He says, "It's porridge." He went, "There's a fucking buffet fry. Get a breakfast." And then he was embarrassed and went and got himself one. So, mate, see that? Honestly, that's the worst. I've only once had it where I lifted the thing up and shut it straight down, and I had to leave because I thought I was going to be sick. So this woman next to me in the kind of queue, this buffet breakfast thing, she lifts up what is apparently scrambled egg. It looks like fucking cottage cheese, right?
Right.
And she goes to get a scoop and she put it down and then got a slotted spoon. So see when she picked it up, she went, you need to use a slotted spoon. So she drained all the fucking juice out the eggs, and then put it on a plate. And I was like,
no, I wouldn't really have a problem with that. I get that.
Watery fucking scrambled eggs?
Yeah, it's not if you got that wee spoon that can drain it, I'm in about it.
No, that's why you wait for fried eggs. Because you can't fuck up a fried egg.
Yeah.
Had your eggs the other day as well?
Had what? Durexes?
Your eggs.
Oh, right. I was like, how the fuck did you get to that? Scrambled eggs to Durexes.
What a size of yolk on them, in the name of God.
Oh, Christ. They're good. The eggs, they're great eggs, sir. Great.
Lovely wee egg there.
What did you do with it? Did you soldier it? Did you fry it? Did you what?
I fried it.
Beautiful,
It and I put it on a piece with 2 hash browns.
Well, you and your missus should visit us more often for wee eggs like that. It was a great wee catch up. It was all wee catch up.
It's done wonders for me getting a beer machine. She's now fully on board after that one sample.
Beautiful.
There you go.
And that's quite a good beer. If I was you, like I was saying, I'd get the smaller one that you can keep in your fridge.
Possibly.
And then you can do ciders on it. I know it's nowhere you're fucking...
I know, I was researching the cider thing, and it's pointless for ciders because the guy was saying that the process of fermenting cider and beer, so the process of making cider as opposed to making beer is completely different. So if I get a good bottle of cider, it's not going to taste any different than getting cider for a keg. Whereas if you buy a bottle of beer in the house, it might not taste as good as a pint in the pub because the process is different. Know what I mean, man?
Mate, my man, mate.
And I was like,
I tell you,
all right, mate, you've just talked yourself out of a beer machine there, mate.
The beer machines are fucking dynamite.
You know, see as we've moved past COVID a little bit, right now, where like nobody really cares anymore, right? Do you not think everything all happened quite kind of coincidental?
As if they were ready for this to fucking happen.
Like, see, for example, like if you're a beer, see before COVID, no kind of a fucking beer machine. Nobody
I didn't even know they existed. I didn't know they fucking existed.
And then all of a sudden, everybody had a beer machine. Everybody was building a man cave. Everybody was putting a fucking Bristol bar at the bottom of their garden. It's just as if, and like we were talking about the other day, can I get a fucking tradesman? They're always complaining about the price of stuff, but somehow everybody found 30 grand to build a replica of the Rangers pub at the bottom of their garden.
I know, it's mental, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy.
We live in wild times, Malaka. We really do. And, God knows what's going to happen.
That's what freaks me out about everything here, and how we are so willing to accept this new way of living. And I can't remember what Bill Hicks stand up, and he says that they're basically just we're all going to be living in the house, getting pizzas fired through our letterboxes, watching mindless fucking television, and being told what to do. And you laugh at it, and that's how we're living now. And this is what's freaking me out. Do you know there's so much amazing TV, and that's designed to keep you in the house.
But the worrying thing is that
think all the amazing things you've watched recently. There's always fucking something.
The amazing thing is that people are happy with it.
Aye, that's it. You're just getting conditioned into it. I mean, we're all guilty. I mean, I was sitting my beer machine watching some fucking box set after a nice dinner on the house, thinking, you know what? I've done nothing, but I've enjoyed myself. And I'm going, that's not right, man. You want to boot and about?
I was talking to the missus the other night about it. I'm going, like, see, when I was young, I had a card for the cinema, so I could get in, like, a monthly card at the Odeon or whatever it was, right? Mm-hmm. And I used to love going to the cinema. Like, I actually, when I was a wee guy, like young, I was a wee midget guy. If my grandpa would take us, or I was excited. Like, I loved going to the cinema. Whereas now, after that time I went at the end of COVID, and I nearly had a fucking full-blown panic attack. I don't think I'll be back. It would take something very, very special for me to go back to a cinema now.
I went to a couple of films. I went to that latest Spider-Man thing with the family, and I enjoyed it because we go to I can't remember what cinema is, and they're really comfy seats now. And
the ones that play with your ass?
Aye, the ones that they tickle you, but it's not.
One's like, you turn on, it's just like a wee Asian mummy you're sitting on.
As a wee horn comes round, you reach around.
I mean, then you're like inside a sauna watching it.
It's great. But then you add up how much you've paid for that when you could be sitting in the house with your beer machine, watching it off your fucking hooky box.
Aye.
Farting away. No caring, really.
I mean,
living the dream, man.
Also, just not having to interact with other idiots.
Aye. Drive there, walk. Anyway, we're just complaining now because we're hungover. You're listening to the Hashtag Show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being a patron. Thanks for listening to the show. Share it.
Thanks.
Tell your pals how great it is. Leave a wee review. Don't just tell me and Gibbo. Thanks very much, lads. It's brilliant. Put that in a review. Make it public. Don't be scared of your opinions. Share them with others.
They can't cancel us. Fight on, brother. Fight on. Brothers and sisters. And I meant what I said. I just can't remember what I said, but I meant it, man. Stand behind every word.
But listen, honestly, come back to what I said. Hashtag Live 9 last night, amazing. And, not a perfect night at all. There was so many women there. It really made my night. It's just, that way, to acknowledge that women are just up for the bants and all. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it wasn't just, don't get me wrong, I love all the guys as well. But it was great to see I think it was balanced. It was a balanced audience.
It was. And the Bad Mums Club are always a good laugh. And shout out as well to Jake for continuing to take his tap off throughout the course
that was dynamite. The big one.
Give the women what they wanted. So
exactly.
And me. Well done.
And me. I enjoyed that as well.
Right. 163, an odd episode. An episode we had to squeeze in. We apologise for being shy, and I'm sorry for being hungover, but, this is life. It's real. It's real life.
Life on the edge. That's what you get with this show. It's real. Look at my washing basket behind me. It doesn't get any more real than that.
We'll speak to you all next week.
God bless.
God bless, man. Spirita de Sancto. May God go with you. May God bless you and your family. In this day, we ask for his love. Amen.
Or fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Exactly. Whatever fits. Whatever fits. Okay.
Keep posting the pictures for the live show.
Yeah.
Post what we favourite bits.
That's it.
Made you giggle.
If you're not a hero yet,
keep
become
it
a hero. Patreon.com/the hashtag show. Speak to you.
That's what I'm going to assist. See the guy who's won.
Yeah, he better become a fucking hero.
He has to put it right now and become a hero, because that's not going to sit well, man, if he doesn't.
If by the time it comes in that we do that recording, that you are not a hero,
You're going to be one sorry boy.
Well. Very sorry boy. Right, bye.
What about the guy with the dick in his head? We gave him a shout
out.
Oh,
we never. Oh no, we forgot about him.
No, did we forget? No way. Aye, it was his stag do. We did. I'm sure we did.
I don't know.
Because we were shouting things at him. And then I started to shout. I was going to give him abuse, and I actually forgot mid-shout what I was going to say. But you were getting ripped in about him.
I don't know.
He was up the back of this live show with an actual cock and balls.
I meant to get him up on stage. Ah, fuck.
Too many things happen at these shows. It's all go, go, go.
Like, I need to go because I think I'm going to shit myself.
Good. Well, that's the show at the right now.
Right, shut up, dude. Let me switch this off.
Exactly. Bye-bye, right, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay. Great. Good night.
The HashTag show.co.uk